Today, I wanted to talk about grieving a narcissistic relationship. And so it is something that can be very difficult to do because just like you grieve a loss in your life, like a death, it's kind of the same process, only it makes it a little bit more confusing because this is someone that's still alive. It's a relationship that didn't really exist the way that you thought it did. The person that you thought you knew didn't really exist. It was a facade. The relationship and connection that you thought that you had with them didn't really exist. It was a manipulation. And so it's very confusing. And then when you educate yourself on narcissism and you're aware of everything, and then you can really start to work through it. But it is a process. It's going to permanently change your view on relationships, on trust, on people you let into your life. Because you begin to realize that you can't just openly trust people. You have to be careful with who you're vulnerable with because we all know that narcissists can use this against us. And, you really can start to make smarter decisions at that point because you already know what red flags to look out for and that you're going to distance yourself from toxic people and whatnot. But still, it is like a battle that you've gone through. And so it is natural for it to permanently change your view on things. And just like a wound that you have that can heal, we can heal, we can move on, we can find a healthy partner if that's what you want in your life, we can have a healthy relationship, but you really need to give yourself time to grieve and compassion, and you really need to reflect on things in that situation before you can move on. And that scar is probably going to permanently be with us, just like we permanently have scars on our skin. Because the traumatic experiences that you went through are not something to be taken lightly, so it's very natural to feel this way. A lot of people don't even want to be intimate with others, they can't even think about being in a relationship again. And honestly, this is how I feel. But you can work past that. It's just, you can't rush the process. You got to take it day by day, take it step by step. Every step that you take in your healing journey is a step closer. And, realize that you're not alone in this situation, because I think that this happens to a lot of survivors of narcissistic relationships, that we just permanently carry this scar with us where we don't see the world the same. But we need to just accept where we're at and know that we're wiser now, and just know that you are on your way to becoming more healed and having a much more healthy life with healthy people in it.